Let's get into how we never really seen my countdown, kinds of different. Now let's get into how we put the chat. We want to go ahead and pop out our chat right here. So we have the chat in a separate window. We have the gonna do is thanks. Now let's get into how we put the chat in our overlay in OBS. We're gonna click the plus. I'm gonna go to window capture in this case. Next, what we're gonna do is go into our YouTube studio and we wanna go ahead and pop out our chat right here. So we have the chat in a separate window and we can just size it up as to how we want it to look on our stream. Kind of give it the relative shape that we're looking for, and that looks pretty good. I have my chat undocked, so why not use it? We're gonna go to the YouTube live chat, bada bing, smacko. Right there. Now it's in my OBS. All I have to do is
Keep It Quilted means you keep it the best. Keep It Quilted means comfort that feels good and does good, with 5 million trees planted. For her, and for generations to come. Keep It Quilted with Quilted Northern.
Makarov's writing his own rules.
He wants a war.
Modern Warfare 3. Order Modern Warfare 3 now and get access to the Premium Vault Edition and thrilling new content. Available now.
Hey guys, it's a Final Fantasy XIV video. In this video, we're going to be talking about ARR relics, or Realm Reborn relics, how to get them, tips and tricks, and just general things that I wish I knew before I started crafting these annoying sons of bitches. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get whatever class you're working on for the relic. You want to get it to at least level 71. Once you get the class to level 71, it'll give you a fat 300% damage boost, which will help you clear dungeons a lot faster. You can pretty much just murder bosses with that 300% damage boost, and you should be able to solo pretty much all the dungeons. There's a couple that you can't solo, but it'll make your whole process of making the relic way faster. Number 2 is start saving up money. You want about 1 million gil. It should cost you somewhere around there. You could probably get away with maybe 800,000, 900,000 gil, but you want to start saving up because there are parts where you're going to have to buy certain things from vendors and stuff. There's one part where you have to buy some stuff from a vendor for like 400k, and then there's some, like, you have to buy some rare stuff afterwards that costs like around 200 or 300. And then you'll have to buy a bunch of materia too, so it ends up being like around 900 to 1 million. So just save up 1 million gil, just so that way you got it ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about money. You can just buy the stuff when it comes up during the process. Okay, number 3, this is something you can do ahead of time before you actually start. You're gonna need 4 of these bombard cores, which each one of them is 20k seals for whichever faction you're with, whichever grand company you're with. You're gonna need 4 of these, like I said, so it's gonna be a total of 80k of your faction seals. So make sure you buy these ahead of time. A lot of times you'll have like maxed out faction seals and you don't know what to spend your seals on. Just buy the 4 bombard cores ahead of time from your faction vendor. You're gonna need them. And then also another thing you can buy ahead of time, you can come over here to Mordona and go to Ariana, and you can buy this Sacred Spring Water. This is another thing you're gonna need 4 of these. It totals out to 800 of the Allagan Tomestones, so make sure you just buy that ahead of time. Okay, we're skipping the first 2 parts of the relic. We're gonna talk about the Atma step. The first 2 parts of the relic are super easy. You should be able to do them like within an hour or 2, something like that. There's not really much to talk about there. On the Atma step, which is the 3rd step of the relic, you can save these Atmas that you get. You have to farm a bunch of fates to get these Atmas for your, it's a personal preference thing. Try switching zones like maybe every 3 to 4 events. Sometimes you get really lucky with the Atmas, you'll get them the first time. Other times you might do 10 or 20 events and you don't get shit. So like, just... Okay, number 5. This is tips for Animus. This is the next one after the Atma phase of your relic. Animus is the worst part, in my opinion, of the whole relic process. It's a pain in the ass. You have to do 9 of these books where you have to kill a ton of monsters, do a bunch of dungeons, do fates. This is the worst part, is the fates. And then do these leaves also. You gotta do this 9 times for each weapon.